In this video, I'll be showing you how to back up your data onto an external hard drive. First, you must understand how to browse the files on your computer. This computer that I'm using for demonstration purposes only has one file stored on the desktop. I will show you how to access this file from the file browser. I am also going to make changes to this file, save, and prove that we are looking at the same file that's on the desktop and not another file that has the same name. I will then show you how to copy and paste your files onto a storage device. This is the File Explorer. You can access everything in your computer from here. A computer is sort of like a digital filing cabinet. Everything on your computer, from Word documents to videos, are stored as files on your computer. Those files are stored in folders, which are also stored in other folders. Folders inside of folders. A folder that contains more folders is referred to as a root folder. The folder that we see now is called This PC, which contains local disk C, also known as the C drive. This is the main hard drive on your computer. It contains everything that is on your computer. This PC folder also contains CD drive D, also known as the D drive. This contains the data that is on a disk that is in my disk drive on my computer. If your computer does not have a disk drive, you won't see this folder. Finally, this PC folder also contains a drive called My Passport E. This is my external hard drive that I plugged into a USB port on my computer. If I would have plugged it into another USB port, it might have said My Passport F instead. The storage device you choose might have a different name than mine, but it will appear in this PC folder once you plug it in. This is the local disk drive C, also known as the C drive. It contains many folders. These folders contain everything that is on your main hard drive on your computer. Programs are stored in the folders named Program Files and Program Files x86. Your Windows operating system is stored in the folder named Windows. Your personal files are stored in the folder named Users. The Users folder contains personal files of every user account on the computer. Your personal files are stored in the folder that has your username. My username for this demonstration is user001. Yours will most likely be different. This folder contains all of your personal files, organized into categories. The files and folders that are saved to your desktop are stored in the folder named Desktop. The files that you downloaded from your internet browser will be stored in the folder named Downloads. Here we see the file that was saved to the desktop of this demonstration computer. I will open the file and edit the text, then save. Then I will close the file and open the file that is on the desktop to show that they are in fact the same file. To further prove that these are the same files, I'll edit the name of the file. This can be done by right-clicking on the file and left-clicking the Rename option. Press Enter when done editing. Here we see the X's that I added to the text. I'll add some F's and save, then see if the other file was updated. Here we see the file name now has X's in the name. Let's see if the F's are there as well. There they are. These are in fact the same file, just being accessed with two different methods. Now you know where your desktop is located in your computer. The other folders in the This PC folder are just shortcuts to your personal folders that lead to the same location in the computer that I just showed you. You can access your desktop by left-clicking on the folder named Desktop. The same is true with the other folders that you see here. This is my external hard drive that I have plugged into the USB port that is labeled as the E drive. The name of your device may differ from mine. Don't be surprised if you see folders and files already on your brand new device. These are files that the manufacturer put on the drive. You can just ignore them for now. This is where I'm going to back up the data that is stored in all of my personal folders. A copy will be written to the external hard drive. Now I will open a second instance of the File Explorer by right-clicking on the File Explorer icon and left-clicking File Explorer. Now I will use the new instance of File Explorer to navigate to the folder in the C drive that has my username. I will now copy the folder that has my username by right-clicking on that folder and then left-clicking on the copy option. Now navigate to the other instance of File Explorer by moving your mouse to the File Explorer icon. Wait a moment and little windows should pop up that represent each instance of File Explorer. Left click the one that has the name of your external hard drive. In this case, it's called My Passport. Now I'm going to right-click in an empty space in the folder that represents my external hard drive, and then left-click on the Paste option. A window with a loading bar will pop up and show you the progress. Now just sit back and wait for the computer to do its magic. When the loading bar says 100% and disappears, your files have been successfully copied over to the external hard drive. Sometimes there will be an issue with copying certain files. The loading bar will change to an error message telling you what the issue is and a question asking you what you would like it to do. In this case, there are some files that have to do with the account I'm currently using. These files contain things like app settings and user preferences. Since I'm logged into the account user001, I can't copy the files that are currently being used. If these files were something that I could close or stop running, I would do so, then click try again. But in this case, I cannot stop those files from being used unless I sign out of the account. So I'm just going to click skip. Now there's a copy of my personal files saved on my external hard drive. Some files are hidden and cannot be seen unless a setting is changed. To change this setting, first click on View. Then make sure that the Hidden Items option is checked. If there is no check mark in the box, then left click on it to show hidden files. Alternatively, you can left click on View, then Options. This will open a window named Folder Options. Left click on the tab labeled View, then make sure that the Show Hidden Files, Folders, and Drives option is selected, then left click the button labeled Apply, then close the window. Now back out of your external hard drive or close the window that represents your external hard drive. Now it's time to eject the drive. It is important to tell the computer that you want to unplug the drive in order to prevent your data from being corrupted. Follow my mouse and look for the icon that looks like a USB plug. Left click this and click the name of your hard drive. Now, this demonstration computer is just a simulation of a Windows 8.1 operating system, so there are some glitches regarding hardware. The option is grayed out for me, meaning I cannot tell it to digitally disconnect. So I'm forced to unplug without ejecting, which could cause corruptions to the data if the computer is writing to the drive when I unplug. Make sure you always eject before unplugging a device unless given no other choice. Once the drive is unplugged, the folder that represents the drive will disappear. You have now successfully copied your data onto an external storage device. If you ever lose your files on your computer, you can now copy the missing files back. You now know the basics of backing up your data.